Good morning, everyone. I am excited to be here with you all as we kick off a Bike to Work Week in Baltimore. No, I didn't bike to work today, but I will at some point this week. First, I want to recognize our Department of Transportation Director, Steve Sharkey, Michael Kelly, the Executive Director of the Baltimore Metropolitan Council, and John Laria, the Chair of the Mayor's Bicycle Advisory Commission. I want to thank the Department of Transportation for all of their hard work, but also today, as you know, we're going to officially kick off Bike to Work Week in Baltimore City. Cities throughout the United States and Canada recognize this week each May to promote cycling as a viable option for getting to work. Bike to Work Week looks a bit different this year as we celebrate safely, but our goal remains the same, to encourage residents to consider biking as a healthy and sustainable commuting option. This year also marks a new milestone for Baltimore as we recently adopted our first Complete Streets manual. This manual will ensure the city's infrastructure is planned, designed, and constructed to safely accommodate all users of the transportation system, including bikers, pedestrians, runners like myself. There's a huge demand across our city for traffic calming to make our streets safer. We know that bike infrastructure alone or paired with other treatments can help address that need. With our Complete Streets legislation and adoption of the manual, we will now begin to change the city's transportation infrastructure by elevating the priority of pedestrians, bicyclists, and users of public transit and shared mobility. As we celebrate Bike to Work Week, I want to reaffirm my commitment to the Mayor's Bicycle Advisory Commission. The efforts of the commission have advanced Baltimore's commitment to cycling and established a collaborative planning and implementation process for biking facilities throughout the city. The continued work of this commission is essential as we work to expand biking initiatives in Baltimore communities. Today, I have officially renewed the executive order to continue this great work under my administration. To celebrate all the great work being done to promote cycling in the city, the Mayor's Bicycle Commission is now soliciting nomination for its second annual Mayor's Bicycle Advisory Commission Awards. These awards honor people, groups, organizations, businesses, and young people that have made significant contributions to biking in Baltimore. Residents are encouraged to submit nominations online to recognize those who are working to advance biking initiatives by June 21st, 2021. And also, as we work to expand biking facilities in the city, one of my top transportation priorities is the completion of the Greenway Trail Network. This was one of the first 100-day priorities I established upon taking office. The Baltimore Greenway will create a 35-mile loop that directly links more than 75 of our neighborhoods. This network will connect the city's most popular destinations through bicycle and pedestrian infrastructure, all designed as public park space. I've been proud to support the Greenway Trails Network since its inception because it spreads equitable access to open space, recreation, and safe alternative means of transportation, including walking, biking, and riding scooters, to more of our neighborhoods. Over 20 miles exist of the 30-mile loop already, and we are working collaboratively to implement the trail along the remaining Greenway gaps. The trail will be an incredible shared resource for the entire city and will serve residents in our historically red-line neighborhoods or black and brown neighborhoods. I encourage all residents to participate in Bike to Work Week activities this year and consider cycling as a viable option for commuting to work. You have my commitment that we are working to accommodate all users of transportation system to increase the quality of life, safety, accessibility, mobility, and equity for the residents of Baltimore. And with that, I'd like to introduce Department of Transportation Director, Mr. Steve Sharkey.
Good morning. My name is Steve Sharkey. I'm the Director of the Department of Transportation for Baltimore City, and I'm really excited to be here to kick off Bike to Work Week. So, Bike to Work Day was just one day. We decided it needed to be a whole week because how awesome it is. So I'd like to thank the Mayor for joining us and for his continued commitment to improving cycling facilities throughout the city. I'd also like to add our biking partners here, Michael Kelly, Executive Director of the Baltimore Metropolitan Council, and John Laria, Chair of the Mayor's Bicycle Advisory Commission. Also, there's many partners. If I miss any, I'm sorry, but there's many partners here to share today. The Planning Department, Black People's Rides Bike, Rails to Trails, and Bike More are all here today. The number of advocacy and interest groups for riding bikes has ballooned since the start of the pandemic. It's just exciting to see people use bicycles as modes of transport as well as recreation and enjoyment throughout the city. And finally, I'd like to thank my entire DOT team for all their efforts in making this year's Bike to Work celebration a true success. Bike to Work Week is a fun way to promote biking as a healthy and sustainable community option. This event encourages residents to consider alternative modes of transportation, and the weather can't be better, can it? To celebrate safely, the event is being held virtually, so the usual rallies have been replaced with online networking and non-scheduled rides. Bike to Work Week may look a little bit different this year, but now more than ever, it's important for everyone to enjoy these outdoor activities. With Department of Transportation's Complete Streets legislation and recent adoption of our first Complete Streets manual, the city's infrastructure is now being planned, designed, and constructed to accommodate all users of transportation in the city. Our Complete Streets initiative, which received initial praise, national praise from urban transportation advocates, will provide residents with additional mobility choices and a welcoming street environment for better living city communities. As we come together for this morning for the start of Bike to Work Week, I want to assure everyone that we are dedicated to making Baltimore a bike-friendly city. I applaud Mayor Scott for his reaffirmation of the executive order that reestablishes the Mayor's Bicycle Advisory Commission under his administration. The Department of Transportation fully supports the goals and objectives of MBAC as they work to advance biking initiatives for improved mobility throughout the city. MBAC has been a true advocate for the creation of the Greenway Trail that will connect over 75 city communities once completed. It's my hope that Bike to Work Week will motivate residents to try alternative and sustainable modes of transportation. As we look for new ways to safely connect with the world around us, I encourage everyone to join the Bike to Work Week festivities and consider cycling as a practical option for commuting to work. Thank you so much, and now I'd like to introduce Michael Kelly, Executive Director of the Baltimore Metropolitan Council.
Good morning. Good morning. My name is Mike Kelly. I'm the Executive Director of BMC. Our organization works with Baltimore City and 6 surrounding jurisdictions to help our entire region cooperatively plan for a better future. One of the main ways we do that is through transportation planning, and I'm proud to say this is the 24th annual Bike to Work Week that we've been able to be a part of. This week allows thousands of participants across our region the opportunity to try out a healthy, a safe, and environmentally sound way to travel to work. Moving forward, we're looking to create a bike network not just in Baltimore City, but in the entire region. Some of the major projects we're currently working on are a bicycle and pedestrian bridge across the Patuxent River connecting Anne Arundel and Prince George's County, as well as multiple projects on the Patapsco Greenway Trail system, including one directly to the Guinness Brewery in Elkridge. I'd like to thank the sponsors of this event. This is an event that couldn't happen without a lot of support from across the region. And I'd just like to say that in the last year, the first thing everyone did during the pandemic was buy a bike, and we're looking forward to giving everyone in the region an opportunity to ride them in a safe and connected way. It's now my pleasure to introduce Mr. John Laria, the Chair of the Mayor's Bicycle Advisory Commission.
I'm going to take my mask off to make a point. The mayor has been super responsible about COVID restrictions, and I really commend you, Mayor Scott, for everything you've done to keep the city and the citizens safe. But my day job, I'm a lawyer, so I read the recent executive order, and I've concluded that to ride a bike in Baltimore, you don't have to wear a mask. You can just get out there and ride, and I'm encouraging everybody to get out there and do it. So I'm going to take my mask off just in support of that. Obviously, restrictions are restrictions, and where they apply, everybody should abide by them. I just want to thank the mayor, the director, Mike Kelly. Mike, thanks for BMC's leadership. I thank Director Sharkey for his leadership at DOT. It's a new day at DOT. It's a new day for transportation in Baltimore, his entire team. Particularly want to thank Matt Hendrickson here today, Meg Young, others from DOT who have just been outstanding leaders in bringing Baltimore into the next chapter of our future for biking and transportation. And Mayor, it's my first chance to thank the mayor publicly for his commitment to transportation equity especially transit, and especially today mobility options like bicycles and scooters. This is a tremendous opportunity for transportation to jobs, to essential services, to improve health, to improve recreation opportunities, and even to improve tourism when tourism sort of cranks back up again. And I'll just point out to you that the city does not have to invest in vehicles. People bring them. Look around. People bring their vehicles of all shapes and sizes. Companies supply them. Look around. You've got scooters, you've got bikes. We have, I'll just say as an aside, I think the best scooter program in the United States of America. Meg is here. Thank you, Meg, for all the work that you're doing to make that happen. We're waiting for the dockless bikes to catch up with the dockless scooters, but I understand that's coming. So the city doesn't have to invest in vehicles, and the city doesn't have to create enthusiasm. Black people ride bikes, Bike Collective, Bike More, Be More, black girls ride bikes, shut up and ride, shut up and pedal, sorry. The enthusiasm is here, Mayor. The enthusiasm is here, and the city doesn't have to create that. What the city can do and what the city needs to do and what you're doing is to build the infrastructure and build the environment for all that to happen safely. And that means bike facilities, it means protected lanes, it means all sorts of bike facilities around the city for people to do all of those things and to express that enthusiasm safely. So capital funds, operating funds, to make sure that we maintain what we build are critically important. We've made a really good start under the director and under the mayor, but we need to accelerate, and I'm confident that we will do that. Another word about the Greenway Trail Network, which you've heard about, and I think you'll hear about over and over again. Particularly want to thank Rails to Trails Conservancy. Ethan is here from Rails to Trails. Mayor, when this network is complete during your administration, it will be a truly national model for urban trails, a national model right here in Baltimore. It's totally feasible, it's totally attainable, and I think we're going to attain it. As the mayor said, as the director said, connecting 75 neighborhoods, biking, walking, access to jobs, access to essential services. So Mayor, I want to thank you again, Director, for your commitment to all of this. I want to thank you for reestablishing today the Bicycle Advisory Commission. A number of commissioners are here. I want to thank them for their continued service. And just reiterate also that nominations are open for the Bicycle Awards, as the mayor mentioned, and that information is available in the press release. So look forward to a great season. Spring is springing. COVID is hopefully coming to a close, and we look forward to being with you and exciting spring ahead. Thanks, everybody.